Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how to make Southern Taro Fritters. There is recipes online for it. Mine has a little twist to it. I add a little couple extra ingredients here and there, but it's the same basic idea. It's a delicacy and a very prize-winning type of dish in the islands and Hawaii and Asia, stuff like that. So I'll just kind of give you some of the measurements that I have. And yes, it is still hot and I'm trying to make 2 videos in one day. So if you didn't watch the other video on elephant ears and that they are edible, you can go back and catch that one if you want to know more about elephant ears. But today we're making a dish with the elephant ears, the tubes or bulbs or corms, and they also call them the taro roots. So this dish is a very fun, simple, easy dish. Most of the ingredients we have here right on the homestead. So I think for the rest of the video, you're just going to see me doing a little bit of cooking. And I'll go through the steps because it's tight space here on the front porch with the little outdoor cook station area. So I think that'll be best. But just did want to jump on here and say hello real quick before I get started. I'll probably come back towards the end and show you what it looks like plated up, just so you'll have an idea what it looks like, and maybe do a taste test. Alright, so let's get on with the video and start cooking. Okay, so the recipe called for a medium, the roots, the elephant ear roots. I have a couple of pieces in here, so I'm not really sure what specifically their size of medium is, and I'm not interested in weighing it and measuring it and all that, so I just have a few pieces here. Put them in a pot of boiling water. Well, actually the water's not boiling yet. I'm fixing to go ahead and get the stove turned on, and we're going to bring that to a boil. Alright, so I just have them in a pot of water. I'm going to boil it, and I'm not going to keep y'all here for the whole thing. So I have it on the burner. I'm going to bring it to a boil let it boil for 10 minutes total. Like the whole time it comes up to a boil, count 10 minutes. But then cut it off, drain it, and boil it again for another 10 minutes and drain it. And then when I get done with that step, I'll be right back and show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so we are on the second boil of the elephant ear tubers, and I'm going to keep saying it bulbs or corms because it can be confusing, and it's also called taro. And I'm going to show you a writing of what it is that you're trying to neutralize, because I could not pronounce it right. Calcium octalate crystals must be boiled to neutralize before eating. So we are on the second boil, and once I get that done, I'm going to let it boil for a couple more minutes, and I'm going to rinse it off with cold water, let it cool off a minute, and then I'll bring y'all back and show you how to do the next step. Okay, so they have been boiled. All I'm doing is using a little paring knife to go around the edges. It kind of looks like a potato. It feels like a potato. So I'm going to just take off the skin. I've already done those just for sake of time on the video. And then just kind of clean it up if you see any dark spots, just like you would a potato. Alright. Move that over there off the way, and move this over here. So all we have is a grater, just like we did with anything else. We just grate it. Let's see if I can do that with the other hand. So you just want to grate it, just like you do carrots. And be careful because it is kind of slippery. And I'm doing it opposite hand than I normally do it, so I may turn it around here in a minute, or just do a little bit and then show you. little chunks we're not going to worry about. Go ahead and do this one. And I am sorry if you hear my air conditioner and my fan. It is way too hot even to be outside without a fan blowing. Alright, now we got the last one. It's a pretty big piece. You do want to let it cool off enough to handle it, because if it's too hot, you're not going to be able to handle it. So, common sense here. Alright, that piece is getting a little bit slippery, so I think we got enough. A little bit more. Try it at a different angle. Alright, just one little piece left. And I'll show you what it looks like. And I do want to make note on the recipe, if you do find them online. I guess being an herbal enthusiast and having a lot of herbal books, from everything that I read, you're not supposed to consume this raw. You're supposed to boil it first, even before you use it in recipes. I am disappointed to say the recipe that I found and several others that I found online, unlike my herbal books, do not tell you to boil it first. So do this at your own risk. You do what you feel comfortable doing. So it looks like shredded potatoes. Let me go ahead and wash my hands off or wipe them off, and I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay, so what we have here is about 1.5 cups of all-purpose, just plain flour. So we're going to mix that and about 1.5 cups of water. We're going to add I think I did 1.5. It might have been close to 2 teaspoons of honey. We can go ahead and put that in there if we want. Then we're going to just mix it all up. We have 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. We have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. We have about, I guess 3 tablespoons of fresh banana peppers that have been chopped. They were frozen, so I did pull them out the freezer, but they are from here on the homestead. Guess we'll go ahead and give that a little stir. Now we're going to add our 1.5 cups of water. I did get 2 cups just in case I thought I needed it. Just kind of want to make a paste like with any other fritter. Go ahead and mix that up really good. Probably going to need a little more water, but we'll see. And one might ask, well, what does the Taro fritter taste like? Well, Taros are the potato of the tropical islands from like Asia, and then they migrated to Hawaii and other islands. So it tastes like a potato. It really, honestly does. Y'all know I'm a country girl and we eat some taters, and I'm telling you the truth, they taste like a potato. So we made a really good paste, kind of like pancake syrup, pancake batter, because we still have to add some more ingredients. I'm going to add just a little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. You put as much as you want to taste. And we're going to put the taro roots, the tubers, the bulbs. I'm just going to knock that in there like that. Try and make some room on my little table here. that out the way. And then we have about these were I think about 4 small carrots. But again, you know, who knows what small is to someone and what large is and what medium is. So I'm guessing this is probably almost a cup of shredded carrots here from the homestead. You put more or less. If you don't like carrots, don't put a lot. And then I have about, I don't know, maybe a half a cup to a quarter cup of fresh green onions from the homestead. Just stir that in. And then we're going to see how our moisture level is after we give it a good stir, to see if it's going to make us a good fritter. I think we're going to be doing pretty good. Just stir it, mix it all up really good. Yep, I think that's about the consistency that we're looking for. Alright, that looks great, y'all. Alright, let's turn our burners back on. I have my little griddle over here. I think y'all can see the griddle. Let's see. Yeah, right here. It's a double. It's a big long griddle. I use this for my English muffins also. And I usually have to turn on 2 burners, which works great for outdoor cooking. So let me go ahead and get that stove fired up. Kind of on a low heat. I mean, it's just kind of like cooking cornbread fritters or pancakes or, you know, something like that outside on the grill. I'm going to cook up a couple of them, and then I'll finish it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And then after I get them all finished, I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to let it get warmed up a little bit first. And just put however much you want on there. So let me give that just a second. Let it heat up. Move some of this stuff out my way. Make a little room here. Alright, let's see what we're looking like. I think we're going to let it go just a couple more seconds. I see a little bit of bubbles, so I'm just going to put a spoonful to make a fritter. You put as much or as less as you want. Kind of flatten it out just a little bit. That one's a little bigger. Let's see if we can make the next one a little smaller. I'm trying to get 4 on here. That's better. Let's see if I can. I probably can get another one over there. We'll make a small one on the end. I'm going to move it around here in a minute. Oh, they actually all look pretty dang close to the same size. That one there is definitely bigger. That's okay. All different shapes and sizes, right? Alright, we're going to let that cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, and then we're going to flip it. And I'll bring you back. Okie dokie, it's been almost 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and flip them, and they do kind of start getting little bubbles in them, like fritters do, like cornbread patties, fritters, pancakes. They have little air bubbles start popping in them. And I think that's how you know they're golden enough to go ahead and flip. They smell absolutely delicious. That one probably needs to go a little bit longer. We'll give it just a little bit longer. Then we'll let these go. Well, my griddle's going to slide on me. Going to let these go for about 5 more minutes. 4 to 5 more minutes. Just depends on how your griddle is, how it cooks. Alright, we'll let that finish cooking for a few more minutes. And I'll go ahead and finish it up. And when I get them all ready, I'll show you what they look like on the platter. Alright folks, so there you have it. Cooking off-grid and living off the land is not so bad. You will not be disappointed with this Taro. Well, I'm calling it the Southern Taro Fritter. If you like potatoes fried, then you're going to love this dish. But it is surprising how everything that I made came from the homestead. Of course, except for the flour and the cooking oil. But you know what I mean. The majority of the main ingredients came from the homestead. And I had to squunch down because I'm not going to be able to get the pan in here. And it's about to rain. But y'all, they turned out beautiful. Scoot you closer without touching this hot grill. Absolutely turned out amazing. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste test. I got that big one right here in the back. I'm going to break it so y'all can see it. It's so delicious. And you would just dip this in some kind of Asian sauce or some kind of, you know, something, sauce like that, or even ketchup if you want with some hot sauce in it. But I'm telling you one thing, it's really not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's very delicious. My husband was in the Navy, and he said, you know what, I think I've eaten Taro fritters before. I hadn't even thought about it since you brought it up. So he's been telling folks at work about, do you know you can eat elephant ears and the stems and the roots? Well, I finally made that video, so believe it or not, so it is delicious. Thanks for joining me today, and have fun exploring. Be safe. Always do your research and make sure you prepare your food correctly if you're trying to live more off the land, closer to the land, and eat more natural foods. So farewell, homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.